everybody, welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be doing another mistakes I've made video, and this is going to be blush, contour, and highlight combined into one. And basically I'm just going to show you the good and the bad and the ugly. This is the ugly side, this is going to be our good side. So if you want to stick around and see all the mistakes I've made, just keep on watching. By the way, I have not filmed in such a long time, so I'm so excited to be filming right now. It just feels so good to sit down in front of the camera and just talk. And yeah, sounds weird, but it's great. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into it. First thing that we're going to be doing is contouring. For contour, you want usually a more gray tone shade, because what you're doing whenever you're contouring is you're creating a shadow to not only define the face, but to draw features of your face backwards and to not draw attention to it. So you want it to be as natural as possible, and you want it to be a shade that looks like a shadow. So whenever you look at your shadow, it's gray, right? So you want a gray or toned shade for contouring. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go into a gray toned brown. I'm starting behind the hairline, and I'm going to be placing this color in the hollows of my cheeks. So how I know that it's the hollow of my cheek is whenever I do my kissy face, that's where it goes in. Now you want to stop your contour about where your pupil is, looking straight ahead, going all the way down. That's where you want to stop your contour. You don't want to bring it past here. You don't want to bring it in this area, otherwise it's going to give a much more masculine effect to the face. I really like doing contour first because it's a nice guide for your blush and your highlight. And I always start right here in the hollows of my cheeks, and then I take excess down the bottom of the jawline, and that will just help to sharpen that. Make sure to do this area right under your ear as well. That is also a part of your jawline. And always make sure it's very blended, but make sure that this area stays clear. So notice how I'm blending upwards. I'm not taking it down. I'm not tugging it down. And for this, I'm using the e.l.f. blending brush. This is a very nice multitasking brush, and it is also very good at what it does with contouring, because it really just fits right in there in the hollows and is great for blending out as well. Another place where you can contour is take it in the temple area. So your temple area is whenever you're looking straight ahead, the edge of your eyebrow going back. This is your temple area, and this is going to kind of narrow the face a little bit. This is going to bring a lot more dimension to the face as well. I'm just going to take excess along the forehead. By the way, one very important thing, never mix bronzer and contour. They are two totally different things. They do totally different things. Bronzer is a lot warmer. It usually has more orange in the undertones, and whenever you're putting orange as a contour, we don't have orange shadows, you know? So that's why you always want to use a more grayish toned brown, a cooler toned brown for contour. Alright, so that is the good side of contour. Let's go into the bad side. So I'm going to go in with a shade that is not my skin tone for this, because that is a mistake that I made. I have to remember that whenever I watch YouTube videos that are teaching you how to contour, we don't always have the same skin tone. And particularly the girl that I watched had a very deep complexion, a very tan complexion, and she used a very deep contouring shade. And I just, was like, oh, everybody uses that shade. No, you have to use what fits your skin tone, and that applies to you deeper skin tone girls out there and you very fair girls like me out there. I kind of started on my cheek. I applied it like blush, so it kind of just looks like a strip of mud on my face. It already looks like a strip of mud on my face because it's too dark for me, but I also brought it down too far, and that just created a very masculine effect. And I brought it down as well. I blended downwards instead of blending up. And that's totally pulling our face down. It's making us look older, and it's just not as attractive. So that is contour, and those are some mistakes to avoid. And yeah, and by the way, I'd never even evened it out. I never went under my jawline. I never went here, and I never went on my forehead either. I just was like harsh muddy line. Now let's go into a little bit of highlight. I like doing highlight first on this side because it just makes everything look so much more blended whenever I apply blush there. It makes everything look so seamless, so beautiful, so glowy. So that's why I prefer to do my highlight first. And that's what I'm going to be doing on my good side. You can do it in any order you want. Do your makeup how you want. Makeup is makeup, and makeup washes off in the end of the day. Do your makeup however. There's no wrong way how to do your makeup as long as it works for you. But I just like putting on my highlight first. So what I like to do is take a fluffy tapered brush. This is the e.l.f. highlighting brush. It's $3. It's amazing. And I just like tapping it in the areas where I want to focus it on, and then I take the ends of it where I did not place color, and I'm just going to blend it out and buff it into the skin, and this is going to give a very natural effect. Everybody likes placing their highlight in different areas. Some people like to only focus it on this area, some people bring it all in this area, and I just like to focus it back here up front to the pupil of my eye and no further down. Don't go past the pupil of your eye, otherwise it's just going to look like a Tin Man. So what I do with the leftovers on my brush, I kind of just sweep it over my brow, and that's it. And then I just take my finger, and for a nose highlight, I just like to kind of put it above the tip because I have a very downturned nose. You don't always have to do a nose highlight, guys, but I just like to do it because I think it's really pretty and I think it's cute. So I like to do it on above my tip because my tip is actually like right here. I have a very downturned nose, so whenever I put it more up and I blend upwards, it looks a lot nicer on my nose, and then I just put it right in between my two eyes with whatever is left over. And I don't know, I've just always done this. I don't know why I do, but, and then for Cupid's bow, I would take a more pink shade and just place it right over there. Alright, now for the bad side. Let's go ahead and go into the bad side. I'm just going to really dig in there, not knock off any excess, and we're just gonna go to town. Yeah, that's what I did, because that's what everybody on Instagram did, and I don't even have Instagram, and I still figured out a way how to do this, you guys. Brought it way too far down. I also brought it way too far up. Whenever you highlight, you want to focus it in just this area. You don't want to bring it too close to here, otherwise it's going to get in all those fine lines and crow's feet. And you don't want to bring it too far down, otherwise it's going to draw attention to things that you don't want it to, and you're going to be highlighting your contour. And that's not what you want to do. You want to draw these parts of your face in. You don't want to bring them out. Highlight makes this part of your face stand out. It doesn't have to be icy and unblended and crazy like this for it to stand out. It can be just a very creamy, soft glow like this, and it will stand out just as much. This is just unattractively standing out, you know? And like whenever you bring it all the way up to your eye, no. This is bringing me like recital flashbacks. Alright. For blush, on the good side, I'm just going to be taking a natural bristled brush. Ooh, all that powder kick up. And I'm going to be tapping off excess. I don't want to look red-faced, so I'm going to once again start where my pupil ends, where I'm looking straight, bring it down to the apple of my cheek, and right there. So you want it to be about a brush width away from that. So I'm going to be starting here, and I'm kind of just going to stipple it on and twist it with my hands very closely to it, so I'm really packing on that color. And then with my hand further down on the brush, so I'm applying a lot less pressure, I'm going to blend it out in circular motions. And that is how I apply my blush. On this side, I'm gonna hold it very close to the bristles. The closer that you hold it to the bristles, the more pressure you're putting on the brush, which means the more color is going to be applied. So this is not an exaggeration, I literally applied blush all over my face. I did it everywhere. Hey guys, so this angle is really bad and I'm in a green pajama shirt and I have wet hair, but I do not care because I just need to say this. The clip that you're about to watch next is filmed at a totally different time, just later in the evening after dinner, and before that, before the clip that you just saw, I was called to dinner and, you know, I had to quit filming for a little bit, so of course I did. I came to dinner and I just had the worst attitude ever. And I was just out of patience, I was disrespectful, and you know, I just came back and I was not in a good mood, and whenever I came back, after I did the dishes and whatever, I just completely cover it up and I was like, oh, like nothing's wrong. Like I was just hiding it and I felt wrong doing it, so I just wanted to pop in here for a moment and tell you everybody has their bad days and today was just one of mine, and you know, that's just a part of being a teenager. And if you are having a bad day, then I just want to let you know I know how you feel and I'm here to lift you up and bring you towards the positive, because sometimes it's just always nice to have somebody there to always remind you that the people that are in your life are there to drive you crazy and are also there to mold you and shape you to be the person who you're going to be the next day and the day after that and for the rest of your life. The people that are put into your life are there for a reason. God put them there. And you know, if you're out of patience one day or if you just act really disrespectful, take responsibility for your actions, move forward, and try to be better the next day. And that's all you can do as a human. As a human, you sin. As a human, you make mistakes. And today I made a mistake, and yeah, I just wanted to be honest and real with you guys and totally raw, because that's kind of what I'm here, and like that's kind of what I'm about here on this channel. I'm not here to cover up my mistakes, which is why I'm popping in here and putting this on with looking very attractive. You know, this is a mistakes I've made video, so I'm just putting it out there and sharing my life mistakes with you guys as well. But do you see how low I'm bringing the blush on the side? That is how low I used to bring my blush. I brought it all in this area, and I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean up on this side. I never cleaned up on this side because I didn't know what precise meant back then. And I'm just going to be taking a small tapered brush. And if you have very oily skin, then I'd recommend that you use a powder foundation for this. And if you have dry skin, I have a couple of recommendations. I have the Milani Translucent Illuminating Powder. I don't know the exact name, but it's something like that. And I also have this e.l.f. Illuminating Palette, particularly in this beige shade. Ooh, I hit pan. Oh, I'm getting hair all over my mouth today. But I just go into that powder and I just clean up by kind of fluffing my tapered brush underneath, and I bring it down this area in front of my nose and over my pores. This fills in pores, it smooths it out, but it also gives it such a beautiful illuminating quality. I further blend this powder into the blush, into the highlight, into the contour, but I'm not going over those products. I'm just going around them, diffusing my skin into that color product. Alright, you guys, so those are all the tips and tricks that I have for you on blush, contour, and highlight. I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is the good side. I hope you found these tips helpful, some product recommendations helpful, and then this is the bad side. Very muddy, very splotchy. You can see it's very unblended here. It's too low. The color is just placed in the wrong way, and these are all mistakes that I used to make in my past, and I regret them. But yeah, I share my mistakes with you guys so you don't have to make the same ones. By the way, let's have a little chat about the comment section. So I've been getting really sweet comments from fellow YouTubers as well that have similar channels like me, and that's really sweet of you. Thank you for your support. I've really been enjoying your channels, and thank you for commenting on mine. I'm always going to be promoting the comment section down there, guys, because it just builds a sense of community, and that's what I'm all about over here. So if you just want to take the time to leave a quick little comment down below what you thought of this video. Did you find it helpful? Are there any more mistakes I've made videos that you want me to do, or did I make all of them for you? So let me know what you guys are curious about, and I will see you in my next video. I love you guys so much. Thank you for your support. Bye.